Very good morning to all. I am Dr.Senthilkumar, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, SNS College of Technology. So today in this article, we are going to see about the modes of heat transfer, which is coming under the subject called Heat and Mass Transfer Blended Course for the 6th semester, third year course for Mechanical Engineering. So we know already the heat is transferring always from higher temperature to the lower temperature based on the second law of thermodynamics. Based on the second law of thermodynamics. Keeping that as a prerequisite, the modes of heat transfers were deliberated. So what is meant by modes of heat transfer? How the heat transfer takes place in different way. The three important ways are said to be three modes. So what are they? One is conduction, another is convection, third one is radiation. Let we assume we are heating water in a pan on the stove, any stove, electrical stove or whatever may be the stove. So where we are heating the water as indicated in the diagram in my article, when the heat is transferred to the metal pan which transfers the heat to the through the circumferential of the pan which is having over the stove, which is transferring heat from one point when it's heat given at the bottom, which is transferring throughout the circumference and which is transferring inside the fluid which is containing there. It may be milk or it may be water. So when heat is moving from one point of the pan to the another point of pan without any contact, the contact is nothing but vibration of the molecule. Vibration of the molecule is the contact over there because of temperature difference. So this kind of heat transfer is said to be the conduction. So we can simply say metal to metal or only between the same medium, only between the same medium. So this is called as conduction. Again I am repeating, when a heat is moving from one point to another point without any external aid and with the vibration of molecules inside the metal pad, that is said to be the conduction. Coming to the point, convection, second one. So second one is very important one because which is happening from the liquid to the gases. We are heating water or milk. What happens? The water which is transferring its heat to the ambience, and the ambience air is there or some other gases are there. This is transferring to that. So when reaches the boiling point, which is immediately moving to the air. So this kind of heat transfer is said to be the convection. So it plays vital role in boiler where the steam is produced for producing the electricity. It's a very important concept. Can I am repeating? In a pan, when the water is heated, it is reaching certain amount of heat. After a certain amount of that certain amount of heat may be boiling point. So after the boiling point, which releases heat to the gases nearby inside the pan. It may be air or some kind of other molecules. So which is transferring from liquid to gas, which is said to be the convection mode of heat transfer. So the third one is very important one, radiation. The third one is radiation. So the name itself indicates that, so without any medium, so that inside the pan there are many amount of heat which is accumulating after certain amount of time due to its boiling point reach and convection exaggeration. What happens? It moves to the ambience inside where in the ambience the atmospheric air is enormous, where there is no medium, without any medium from the pan to the atmosphere outside the pan, whereas the convection is inside the pan, so the radiation is outside the pan. When the heat is transferring from the pan to the atmosphere, that is said to be the radiation mode of heat transfer. What happens in the radiation mode of heat transfer? In the radiation mode of heat transfer, the heat is traveling from the pan which is traveling through the electromagnetic force which is coming outside and heats the atmosphere outside the pan. So here there is no medium. So this is the speciality of the radiation. The example is sun radiation to the earth. So as a nutshell, conduction is between the same medium inside the system and moreover without any contact or movement, uh, whereas the convection is fluid to the gas heat transfer, and radiation is the heat is from a container to the atmosphere or some outside without any medium. So these three are the important modes of heat transfer. These all three modes can be studied in a boiler. The boiler purpose is to produce the electricity with the help of high enthalpy contained steam. That high enthalpy containing steam is produced inside the boiler heating using fossil fuel or non-fossil fuel. So that all the process will explain the conduction, convection and radiation. When you are heating in a boiler, the tube which is transferring heat to the water is said to be the conduction. Inside the tube there may be water and gases. That transfer of heat is said to be the convection. So when the water is exhausted its vapor temperature, its enthalpy is high, it's about to get more pressure. That time it releases more heat from the tube to the surrounding surface of that particular tube. That is said to be the radiation. So with this elaboration of conduction, convection, radiation in real-time experience in domestic and real-time experience in the case study of the boiler, I conclude this explanation of heat and mass transfer subjects, three modes of heat transfer. Thank you very much. If any doubt, we will see in our regular class, and any doubt we can get from the comments also. Thank you very much. Thank you.